With the U.S. vice presidential debate coming up on Monday, October the 4th, I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a look at where the markets are standing relative to the U.S. election campaign. The biggest impact of the U.S. election on the markets so far continues to be in the cross between the U.S. dollar and the Mexican peso. Clearly, Donald Trump has built his campaign around being quite antagonistic towards Mexico and even talk of building a wall and sending people back and so on. That really the dollar peso has been swinging back and forth quite significantly on the ups and downs of Trump's campaign over the last while. So looking at this chart here, we can see that that as his campaign began to be taken more seriously, the peso weakened dramatically. This, by the way, is U.S. dollar as the base, so this means the dollar is going up, peso is going down. The peso recovered through the primaries, and it's been weakening lately. And in fact, in the last through September, it weakened quite dramatically. But having got up close to 20 here, it's reversed course quite significantly in the last week or so. This has also coincided with a reversal of fortunes for the Trump campaign, where his is by some considered to be a soft performance in the debates and other things swirling around his the relations with Miss Universe contestants and more importantly revelations about his how much taxes he's been paying or how little taxes he's been paying over the last 15 years has had quite an impact on his campaign, and also you're seeing this show up in the dollar peso. So this week we have the vice presidential debate. This is usually a more of interest to political followers than to the markets. It usually doesn't cause any big swings in the polls, but in this case you do have Trump's vice presidential nominee going out trying to shore up support and cut some of the damage that's been done to them. So it could be a little bit interesting here. We'll see what happens with trading action in the peso. So it had peaked about 20. Its prior breakout point was 1952. It's come back under that, and that's now become new resistance again. That's indicative of a change in trend downward. We have seen more declines here to test this 1917. There's a Fibonacci level here, 1910. 1910 is the 23% retracement of this whole big advance over the last year. So that's significant. 50-day moving average, about 1885, 38% retracement level, and kind of the middle of this channel here, in and around 1856. We see here on the RSI, we've gotten quite overbought, we've rolled over. We've coming back towards 50 means upward momentum is weakening. The question is, are we going to go into a sideways channel up here, or are we going to pull back into this previous channel here? This one was between about 18 and 19. This channel here, if it emerged, could be in between about 19, 20, and about 20, the round numbers. So we'll see what happens here tonight, but we could have some influence on the Mexican trading in the Mexican peso from the vice presidential debate, as well as any other twists and turns between the presidential candidates themselves.